Hi there, Karina. So I'm happy to see these essays from you today. It's really important to write for IELTS, but not just that. It's also important to get feedback on that writing, as you probably know, because that's really the best way to improve and see where your strengths and weaknesses are in writing. So I'm glad you took this decision. Let's see what you had to say now. All right, it's the English and Home Stay letter. Dear Sir, Madam, I'm writing this letter with the purpose of introducing myself and understanding a little more about what the English and Homestay program will involve. My name is Karina and have applied for this program last year. Careful. Check out what's happening, Karina. I have applied, but then you're telling me when? Last year, so it's a clear point in the past, which means you shouldn't use present perfect. You should use the past simple. Let's try it again. My name is Karina and I applied for this program last year. I'm interested in visiting the UK to be able to practice and improve my English skills and to know a different culture. However, although I have read the specificities, I can't even say that word, of the program, I still have some questions around the details of my stay and some queries about the country. Fine, lovely. I would like to know if in the UK the public transportation works properly, or if I will need to save extra money, not an extra money because money is uncountable, so no an. Or maybe, if I will need to save extra money to spend on taxis, or maybe buy a car. Okay, so need to save or buy. For example, another doubt that I have is regarding the cost of living expenses such as groceries, meals, and even entertainment. Now, another issue here is this word doubt. It's not the right word. It's a query. It's what else could you say? Another question, even. I mean, that would have been fine. Another concern. You could have said that. Another concern that I have, and then it would have been perfect. Okay. In fact, the living costs in Brazil are significantly high. So my question is, how much do you believe I will expend per month? Not expend, but spend. All right, this is the wrong word here. Spend per month, approximately. I'm scheduled to arrive in London on the 10th of November, 2018, 3 p.m. I look forward to meeting you and your family. I appreciate the time and attention. Yours sincerely. Okay. So, you covered everything. And that's good. You introduce yourself, etc., etc. One little issue here. Not really that issue. It might seem little, but in fact it's not. You started your letter with Dear Sir, Madam, and then you ended it with Yours sincerely. So this is incorrect. One of the conventions of letter writing in IELTS, and not just in IELTS, but in formal letter writing, is that when we do not know the name of the person we are writing to, our closing should be Yours faithfully. So we only use Yours sincerely when you have addressed the person by his or her name. Okay? So that needs to be corrected. What I can see here is you have some little grammar problems, but some word choice errors. So that would be something that is something I would like you to look at. All right, the next one is international marketing. Two sides that you have to discuss, it being invasive and an intrusion, or if it's just necessary and an economical form of education. Let's see how you did this. It is discussed by some societies how international marketing impacts directly the economy. All right, now check it out. First of all, I don't want you to, not just I don't want you to, but you're not supposed to separate your verb here from your object here. So what you could have done instead was take this and put it over here. Let's try it again. It is discussed by some societies how international marketing directly impacts the economy of a country, or even how this practice can be considered as a threat for some cultures. Okay, we fixed it. Although part of the population worldwide should be one word. Population may believe that this is an invasive attitude. I support the idea that sharing knowledge and different perspectives throughout the world has, because it's sharing, that's your kind of lead verb noun here, has a positive impact for the society. Okay. Oh, I see what you did. So you have one paragraph discussing one paragraph discussing the other, and then one paragraph discussing your opinion. I would avoid this, really. You've already told us which paragraph you side with, so you could have just inserted your opinion in that paragraph without having to write a whole separate one because we typically support a 4-paragraph structure. Alrighty, let's see. So on the one hand, marketing is in fact a powerful tool used by companies to affect people's choice, and this can often mislead to a path that is different from what is supported by the local culture. As an example, the relationship of women and men, why don't you say instead, or a woman and man in Brazil is different from China, and therefore propaganda with no S from one country can be seen as disrespectful and bring a behavior in China that the government or local population does not agree with, because it's government one thing, local population one thing, so it does not agree with. Okay, it's a little brief. I would have liked maybe one more sentence kind of to wrap it all together. Okay, but so here you're talking about how it's negative. Okay. On the other hand, as traveling has facilitated people from different nations to have contact with different cultures, and this has also helped increasing knowledge and awareness around the world, many international marketing strategies can be used for a good purpose. Furthermore, no, not furthermore, just tell me why. Why can it be used for a good purpose? Develop this a little more. Explain to me what you mean. Okay? And I'm not really sure why you've mentioned traveling. Are you kind of saying that they're two parallel things? Like, just as traveling has helped people, so has international marketing. And if it has, then tell me how. Let me see. Do you do it here? Because if you do it here, then furthermore is not what you want. Let's take a look. Marketing can impact people's lives by providing not only awareness, but increasing product exchange between countries, which automatically helps the economy of both countries. Okay, develop that. All right, it's a new idea. So basically you've got these two ideas here, and you haven't developed them. Now, in the previous paragraph, you told me your idea, and then you gave me an example. I want the same thing here. Support it. Support it either explaining what you mean or giving me an example of what you mean. All right, moving on. In my opinion, all kinds of exchange between countries and societies can achieve positive outcomes as long as this does not impact people in a disrespectful way. Indeed, economically and socially, bringing the world together by social media, TV shows, books, or products is a good attitude as it increases knowledge and awareness. However, it is important to understand local cultures at the same time that you try to share ideas. In conclusion, international marketing practices can be considered as invasive if they are being used without the pre-knowledge of how they can affect the local culture. Yet, there are many ways to make use of them in a good way by spreading ideas and supporting communication between societies. Okay, so now that I've read the whole thing, and actually I read it one more time, a little more kind of holistic feedback regarding the development of this, all right, which would lead obviously to your task response score. First of all, in this paragraph, as I mentioned to you before, I would have preferred you to kind of incorporate it into the paragraph that you're actually siding with. That's the first thing. I wouldn't have written this, but that's actually a coherence and cohesion issue. What I want to say about this, however, is that I don't feel like you're necessarily talking about global marketing here. I feel like it's more of just globalization and how, you know, there's all this interchange of ideas. It doesn't really feel like it's focused on global marketing. So that's my first thing here. Then, going back up here, I already told you that you needed to develop these ideas more. They're underdeveloped. You haven't given me examples. You haven't given me explanations. I already talked about that. Now, here, I found this example a little strange. I don't know, you talked about propaganda, and I'm not sure why. Like, why would there be Brazilian propaganda in China? I mean, are you referring to the way products are marketed? Are you referring to maybe advertisements from, like, global companies showing the relationships between people, and that this could potentially be disrespectful? So it's almost like this particular choice of word confuses the meaning, and you didn't really explain it as clearly as I would have liked. So basically for me, while you have some nice elements in your essays, there are a couple of little things that I would like you to improve upon, particularly with regard to your topic development. And that obviously affects your task response score. So I hope that you will decide to work with us again and in the future so that we can deal with all these issues that are keeping you from getting that score that you need, I would recommend taking a look at the online course that's offered so that you can really see how you can develop your essays a little more and a little more fully. Or, of course, you could continue to get essay feedback from us. We're happy to do that as well, of course. Whatever you decide, I do hope you keep on writing, keep on trying, and I wish you lots and lots of luck.